Imagine this. You've been living in the United States legally for years. You have your green card in your hand, your bags are packed, and you're walking back through customs after a trip abroad. You think everything is fine, but then a CBP officer pulls you aside, asks you a few questions, and tells you that your permanent resident status is being questioned. Right there, at the airport. This is not a hypothetical. This is happening to real green card holders right now, in 2026. And most of them had no idea they were even at risk. If you are a lawful permanent resident, or if someone in your family has a green card, the next few minutes of this video could be the most important immigration information you hear all year. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could save your green card. Welcome back to Global Entry News, your most trusted source for real, accurate, and up-to-date immigration news from the United States. I'm glad you're here. If this is your first time on this channel, please take a moment right now and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification, because we cover breaking immigration updates that you simply cannot afford to miss. Today's topic is one that has been creating serious concern in the immigrant community across the country. U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, has implemented 3 major new enforcement rules in 2026 that directly affect green card holders. These are not rumors. These are real policy changes, and they are already being enforced at airports across the United States. Let's break them down one by one, clearly and completely. Let's start with some essential background that every green card holder needs to understand in 2026. A green card, officially known as a permanent resident card, gives you the legal right to live and work permanently in the United States. But here is what many people don't fully understand. Your green card does not give you an absolute, unconditional right to enter the United States. When you return from international travel, you are still subject to inspection by CBP officers at the port of entry. And that officer has the authority to question your status, review your record, and in certain circumstances, take action against your green card, right there at the airport. Under the new 2026 enforcement guidelines, CBP has been given expanded authority and clearer direction on 3 specific areas. Let me walk you through each one. Rule number 1, the abandonment of residence rule. This is the rule that is affecting the largest number of green card holders right now, and it is also the rule that surprises people the most. Under U.S. immigration law, a green card is specifically tied to your intention to live permanently in the United States. If CBP determines that you have abandoned your U.S. residence, meaning you have been living primarily outside of the country, they have the authority to question your status and potentially issue you a notice to appear before an immigration judge. In 2026, CBP has updated its internal guidelines to flag any green card holder who has been outside the United States for more than 6 months in a single trip. If you are gone for 6 months or more, officers are now required to conduct an extended secondary inspection. They will ask you detailed questions. Where do you live? Do you pay U.S. taxes? Do you have a U.S. bank account, a U.S. lease or mortgage, U.S. employment? Do your children go to school in the United States? If your answers raise doubts, or if your record shows multiple long trips abroad, CBP can make a finding of abandonment. That finding can lead to your green card being taken away on the spot, or you being placed in removal proceedings. What you must do. If you travel internationally for any reason, and you will be gone for more than 6 months, you need a re-entry permit before you leave. This is a travel document issued by USCIS that protects your permanent resident status during extended absences of up to 2 years. Do not leave the United States for an extended period without one. Rule number 2, the social media and digital vetting rule. This is new territory, and many people are not aware of it. Starting in early 2026, CBP officers are now authorized under updated DHS guidelines to review the social media accounts and online activity of permanent residents returning from abroad. This is not just for visa applicants anymore. This applies to green card holders as well. During secondary inspection, officers may ask you for your social media handles or usernames. In some cases, they are reviewing publicly available posts as part of the inspection process. If your social media content raises national security concerns, if it contains statements that appear to support foreign adversaries, or if it is flagged for content that violates federal law, that information can be used as part of a broader review of your admissibility. Now, let me be clear. CBP cannot cancel your green card simply because of your opinions, but your social media activity can trigger additional scrutiny, it can lead to longer detentions at the airport, and it can become part of a larger investigation that affects your immigration status. What you must do: be mindful of what you post publicly online. Avoid posting content that could be misinterpreted as supporting terrorism, foreign governments hostile to the United States, or any illegal activity. This is not about silencing free speech. It is about understanding that in 2026, your digital footprint is part of your immigration profile. Rule number 3, the criminal record and arrest history rule. This third rule is critical, and it has caught many permanent residents completely off guard. Under the new 2026 CBP enforcement update, officers are conducting more aggressive record checks on returning green card holders. This includes checking not just criminal convictions, but also arrest records, even cases where you were arrested but never convicted, or cases where charges were dismissed. Here is the important distinction you need to understand. Certain criminal convictions, known under immigration law as aggravated felonies or crimes involving moral turpitude, can make a permanent resident deportable regardless of how long they have lived in the United States. Under the updated 2026 rules, CBP is flagging these cases more systematically at ports of entry. If you have any criminal history, even something minor, even something from years ago, you are now at higher risk of being pulled into secondary inspection when you return from international travel. And if that criminal history falls into certain categories under immigration law, you could be detained and placed in removal proceedings. What you must do: if you have any criminal history of any kind, you must speak with an experienced immigration attorney before you travel internationally. Do not assume that because you received a green card in the past, your criminal record will not be an issue today. Immigration law changes, enforcement priorities change, and in 2026, CBP is actively enforcing these grounds. One more critical point to understand about all three of these rules: you have the right to remain silent. When CBP officers question you at the airport, you are not required to answer questions that could incriminate you in immigration proceedings. You have the right to request to speak with an attorney. This is not about being uncooperative. It is about protecting your legal rights. Know your rights before you travel. Let me also mention something that many permanent residents overlook. Your green card itself has an expiration date, typically 10 years from the date it was issued. An expired green card does not mean your permanent resident status has expired, but it does create serious problems at the airport. CBP may treat an expired green card as evidence that you are not properly maintaining your status. Renew your green card before it expires. Do not wait. File your I-90 application well in advance. And finally, keep your documents organized. When you return to the United States, you should be able to present your green card, your passport, and if applicable, your re-entry permit. If you have been abroad for an extended period, bring supporting documents: your U.S. tax returns, bank statements, lease agreement, employment records, or anything else that demonstrates your ties to the United States. The more clearly you can demonstrate that the United States is your permanent home, the smoother your re-entry will be. So let's bring this all together. In 2026, CBP has 3 major new enforcement rules that every green card holder must know. Rule 1. Extended absences of 6 months or more can lead to a finding of abandonment. Get your re-entry permit before you travel for long periods. Rule 2. Your social media activity is now part of your immigration profile at ports of entry. Be aware of your digital footprint. Rule 3. Your criminal history, including old arrests, is being checked more aggressively than ever. Consult an immigration attorney before you travel if you have any prior record. Your green card is one of the most valuable things you own. It represents years of effort, sacrifice, and patience. Do not lose it because of something that could have been prevented with the right information and the right preparation. That is exactly why this channel exists. At Global Entry News, our mission is to make sure that you have the immigration knowledge you need before something goes wrong, not after. If this video was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up right now. It helps more people in our community find this information. And if you have not yet subscribed to Global Entry News, subscribe right now and turn on all notifications. We publish important immigration updates regularly, and every video we post is designed to protect you and your family. Do you have questions about traveling with a green card? Or have you experienced issues at the airport? Leave your questions and your experiences in the comments below. Our community reads every single comment, and we do our best to respond. Thank you for watching Global Entry News. Stay informed, stay protected, and we will see you in the next video.